Do you struggle with doubts when it comes to manifesting your desire? Do you feel that doubt is your enemy? Are you looking for ways to eliminate your doubts and resistance so that your desires can finally manifest? Then make sure to watch this video until the end, because today I'm going to tell you how to actually use your doubts to your advantage so that you can manifest your desires faster. What's up, superheroes? Welcome back to my channel, the place where we make the impossible possible. I'm Scarlet Grace from UnseenSeraph.com. I'm a manifestation coach, and today's video is all about doubts and how to actually use them to speed up your manifestations. If you're new here and you want to learn how to manifest any desire fast with the law of attraction and Neville Goddard's teachings, then start now by hitting the subscribe button and the bell icon so that you won't miss any video that could change your life. And if you need some extra help and my personal advice for your situation, email coaching is now available. You'll find the links in the description below. I also have a brand new 21-day course on how to manifest your specific person. So if that's what you're looking for, then click the link in the description to check it out. Alright, so let's talk about doubt. So, most people believe that doubt is the enemy. Doubt is the thing that doesn't allow them to manifest their desires. To be honest though, doubt is not a bad thing, and there are very, very useful and legitimate applications of doubt. So, let's get into how to actually use doubt to your advantage to manifest your desires faster. So, one thing you need to know about doubt is that doubt points to limiting beliefs, and it gives you a tool to get a crystal clear idea of what you truly desire. And let me explain what I mean by that. So, when most people find out about manifesting and they set a goal about what they want to manifest, something that is very common for many people is that they think that because they've been told to not mess with the middle, they think that they need to aim as high as possible without first asking themselves if this is truly what they want. To give you a few examples of this, for example, let's say we have a lady called Mary and she finds out about manifesting. And she finds out that she can manifest a relationship or a marriage with any person she wants. She's also told not to focus on the middle to define the end result she wants. So, Mary likes this guy at work called Jake. And they aren't dating, they just know each other. And she decides that she has to define the end result she wants. So, Mary decides that the end result that she wants is to marry Jake. So, Mary tries to use manifesting to manifest the marriage she desires with Jake, but resistance keeps coming up and all those doubts about whether it's possible or not come up. This is a great opportunity to use doubt to her advantage to make sure that what she says she wants to manifest and what she focuses her manifesting efforts on is actually what she truly desires. So in this case, if Mary has a tremendous amount of doubt coming up when it comes to whether she's going to be able to manifest this marriage with Jake or not, she can sit down and acknowledge it. So the doubt says, yeah, but I haven't even dated Jake. How am I going to manifest marrying him? And that's actually a very legitimate question. And this can help you make crystal clear what your end goal is, what your true desire is. Because that's actually a pretty good question. And the even better question is, does Mary actually want to get married to Jake? Or does she just want to date Jake first and then decide if this is the guy she wants to marry? Because just because she can manifest marrying someone doesn't mean she has to. She's perfectly allowed to decide that what she wants is to get to know the guy and date him, and then if she wants to manifest marrying him too, she can manifest that too, as a separate manifestation. It doesn't have to be all at once, just because she can set that goal from the beginning that she has to set it. So, in this case, Mary decides that actually all that doubt is coming up because I'm trying to manifest marrying a person I don't even know. What got into me? Let's manifest dating first. So, she sets a new goal, which is to manifest dating this guy, and all the resistance falls away, because that is actually something very doable for her. And it doesn't involve manifesting something she may not actually want, or she may not be sure if she wants it with this person yet, like marriage. So, this is the first scenario. Another scenario might be that Mary has this resistance towards manifesting marrying Jake, and she sits down with all those doubts that come up, and she realizes that it's not the marriage that is causing the resistance, it's Jake. She doesn't know Jake. She wants to get married. She just doesn't know if Jake is the right person or not. She doesn't know him well enough. And Jake is not the point here, in the sense that she likes Jake all right. Maybe he's a great guy and maybe he would make a great husband, but what she truly wants is not Jake. What she truly wants is to become happily married. So in this case, she realizes that she doesn't want to focus on Jake specifically, because what if things don't work out with Jake? What she wants is to manifest a very happy marriage for herself, whether that's with Jake or with someone else, someone better, someone different. So the resistance falls away too, because she sets the goal to manifest the marriage that she feels that she wants and deserves. And she doesn't focus on Jake. And then she's able to manifest it, because all the doubts had to do with Jake, with whether Jake was the right person or not, whether Jake was the person that would make her happy, and not with marriage itself. So the goal was not marry Jake. The goal all along in her subconscious had been happy marriage. Different goals altogether. So this is one way to use doubt to your advantage, by actually acknowledging it and taking a look to see if what you're trying to manifest is what you actually want, or if you need to make a tweak to your imaginal scenes because your actual desire is not exactly what you thought it was when you first set that goal. The second way to use doubt to your advantage is to actually use doubt as a tool to find out exactly what limiting beliefs are standing in the way of you manifesting your desire. So this is how this works. So you've set a desire, any desire, and you've done your imagining session and you're feeling great, and a bit of time passes and then the doubts start creeping in. So doubt always comes in the sense of thoughts. So what are those doubts? What exactly are the things that go through your head when you're experiencing doubt? Take a piece of paper and write them all down, because those thoughts are the exact beliefs that you need to change in order to manifest your desire super fast. So if, for example, Mary starts thinking that, you know what, I did my imagining session and I was feeling great, but now I have gone back to thinking that I'm too fat and Jake won't like me, and I'm not a social person and I'm awkward and he's gonna think I'm awkward, and I don't know if someone like Jake would ever date someone like me. Well, all those things are the limiting thoughts that you need to change. Those are the exact thoughts. Many people message me saying, you said that I need to change my limiting beliefs, but I don't even know how to find my limiting beliefs. Well, this is how you find your limiting beliefs. Your doubts are the exact limiting beliefs that you need to change. So when they pop up, don't try to fight them away, just write them down, because those are the things that you actually need to change. Be thankful that you have identified them, because if you haven't identified them, then you can't change them. How can you deal with something that you haven't identified? But now you can change all those things. Isn't it great? And by the way, if you don't know how to change your negative and limiting beliefs, I have a video on that. I'm going to link it up to the right so that you can go watch it after you finish watching this video. So let's move on to the third way to use doubt to your advantage. And that is to use your doubt to doubt your doubt. Try to say that 3 times in a row fast. So this is how this works. The way you're used to dealing with doubt is this. There is something that you want, and then there is doubt in the form of thoughts that try to point towards all the reasons why what you want is not possible, right? For example, you want $1 million, and all those thoughts come up that are about how it's impossible to get $1 million in the next 24 hours. So, how about using doubt as a tool in order to invalidate the fears and the worst case scenarios you have in your head around this specific goal that you have? For example, let's take Mary again, who wants to date Jake. And Mary has those worst case scenarios in her head. One of them being that she will die alone because no one is ever going to want to marry her. Okay, so she can doubt that scenario. She can look at that and say, come on, do you think that's really possible to manifest? Are you seriously thinking that you are going to manifest dying alone because no man wants you? Come on! When did that happen in your life? And this invalidates the fear. I know it sounds funny, but it's a useful application of doubt because that's a worst case scenario, and usually the worst case scenarios that we have are things that are not very likely to happen. All those fears that we have, the worst case scenarios, are not something that is particularly likely to happen. And furthermore, after you ask about how likely this is to happen, then you can ask yourself, how likely am I to choose to manifest this kind of thing in my life? Like, I manifest what I focus on. How likely am I to focus so much on how I'm going to end up all alone and grow old and die alone, so much that this is going to be the reality I create in my life? Like, come on, I don't spend all day thinking about it. I mean, sure, I may manifest being in a relationship with a guy that's not perfect for me. Okay, that is something many people may do in their lives, but all alone, come on, I don't like being alone. I'll be with someone. So this starts invalidating the fear. Because what we usually do is that we are so afraid of those worst case scenarios that we spend a ton of energy trying to push them out of our minds. But if you do not acknowledge them, they have power over you. They will keep persisting. They will keep trying to invade your thoughts, or you may be happy all day and focused on your goal all day, but then you will fall asleep at night, and this worst case scenario may come to you in the form of a dream because it's something you're trying to suppress. And then you will wake up and freak out about why I had that horrible dream. So, actually look at those worst case scenarios calmly and use doubt as a tool to doubt whether that kind of thing could ever manifest in your life. Because in 9 times out of 10, your deepest fears and your worst case scenarios are so outrageous that they just would never manifest, and you would never ever focus so much on them to manifest them. I mean, even if you have a ton of limiting beliefs, even if you don't like yourself, some things we just will never create for ourselves. They're just too horrible. We just don't. If you look at it, if you actually look at that scenario you created, that fear you have, if you actually look at it and ask those questions, apply doubt to them, you will immediately see how ridiculous that is. And after you do that, since you stopped suppressing that scenario and trying to not acknowledge it as a possibility, it will just fall away. It will stop popping up because now you know it's ridiculous. It doesn't have any reason to pop up again. You have seen it. All those worst case scenarios are your subconscious mind's and your body's way to protect you from putting yourself in harm's way. And to your body's point of view, putting yourself in harm's way may be dating. If you've been hurt before, then your subconscious is going to try to protect you from experiencing that kind of emotional hurt again. So that's why those worst case scenarios that are a bit extreme pop up. But that doesn't have to happen. You can just acknowledge it and apply doubt to it. And if you make yourself realize how ridiculous it is, then your body will stop trying to produce it. Your subconscious mind will stop trying to bring this up because you've looked at it and you have deemed that it's no danger to you and it's actually ridiculous, and it will just fall away. And if all those worst case scenarios fall away, then the doubts about what you actually desire will also fall away, because you will not have the constant invasion of those worst case scenarios popping up while you're trying to focus on actually living from the end. Make sense? So now that you know that doubt is actually not your enemy, let me know what you think in the comments. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it so other people can learn how to use doubt to their advantage too. And if you haven't already, then subscribe and hit the bell icon, because I put out new videos every Sunday to help you manifest an amazing life.